California's Gold is produced in association with KCET Los Angeles and is seen statewide on California Public Television. This series is endorsed by the California Teachers Association, the California School Boards Association, and the California Library Association. It's an annual event started back in 1999 that brings together almost 200,000 people from all over the world during a 3-day period every April. It takes place on a huge polo field in Indio, right in the middle of our California desert. And the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival, well, it's not only big and successful, it's legendary. And believe me, it's also a fine example of California's gold. Well, it's empty now and it's quiet except for the sound check going on the main stage, but it's not going to be empty very long because before long, this open area right here is going to be filled with thousands, with tens of thousands of very happy people. Hello, everybody. I'm Huell Howser. Welcome to the 9th annual Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival here at the Empire Polo Field in beautiful Indio out here in the desert. Now, this festival's been going on for 9 years, and during that time, it has become one of the most important, one of the most significant, and one of the most eagerly anticipated festivals of its kind, not only in California, but literally all over the world. And here to tell us about it, this guy who looks very quiet and mild-mannered and stress-free, and yet you're in charge of this whole thing, Paul. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Paul Tillett from the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival.
All right, now just settle down. Everything's going to be fine. You got a big day ahead of you. You started this thing 9 years ago, and it has grown into something of mammoth proportions. We're going to be here all day and all night because Prince is going to be performing on the main stage tonight at 10:45. Yep. It's 10 o'clock in the morning right now. The gates don't even open until 11. Tell us what we're going to experience today as we travel all through this area here.
You're going to experience music on 5 different stages, and as you're going from seeing band or DJs, you'll be seeing different art throughout the place. It's big installation art and different foods, and all your friends are here from across the globe. We have people from 24 countries that are here, all 50 states. So you run into a lot of foreign and different state
and I
friends.
wasn't really exaggerating when I said that people literally look forward to this all year long, don't they?
I know I do.
Well, I mean, no, but this is a hot ticket, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's something that you plan, for months. Know you're going there. Then you read about the bands and listen to the bands, so you know when you get here which ones you want to see.
So they're going to be, for example, today is Saturday. How many different bands will be performing today? 20, 30?
We got 40 different bands.
40 bands today
40 bands,
on
5
stages.
So some are at the same time, so you have to make a choice which ones you want. Different types of music around at different times.
Yeah, because you're the scheduler as well, and that's a tough thing to do, as to which bands are going to be playing at which time, because what happens if I come here wanting to see 2 bands and they're both performing at the same time on 2 different stages?
Well, some of it is not at the exact same time. They're shifted a little bit so you can catch both. But once in a while, you have to make a decision which band you don't want to see.
Yeah. Well, this is a huge logistical operation. I mean, you've got how many people working here, for example?
Well, over 1,000 altogether working on the show. And it's in its 9th year, so the team is pretty strong now. Like they can do it without me for sure.
A lot of these people have been working on this festival for 9 years.
Oh yeah, a lot of day one people here.
Well, we're excited. We've got on a hat to protect us against the sun. We're covered in sunscreen, got plenty of water, and we're ready to go. You think we're gonna, I have a feeling if I can't get a story out of this, I better quit, don't you think?
Exactly. Lots of stories here today, that's for sure.
Okay, as our adventure begins, it's still just 10:30, and look at this tranquil scene. People relaxing on the grass in the shade under the palm trees. A gentle morning, cool breeze is blowing. But come on over here, Cameron, and take a look at this. We're getting ready to answer a burning question, and that is, where do all of these thousands, tens of thousands of people who come to this festival, where do they stay? Because there are not enough hotel rooms out here to accommodate everybody. Here to answer that burning question is, introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, my name's Carrie Lee.
And you're in charge of?
The on-site lodging and camping here at Coachella.
On-site lodging and camping. And let's walk over here and look at this, because now these are like hotel rooms, aren't they, in a way?
That is correct. We decided to establish on-site lodging for the pure fact that hotels are scarce out here during the festival.
And what's going on? Are these fancy tents here?
Yes, we worked with Coleman and created tents for everybody, and basically they move in. We've blown up their air mattresses, laid out their sleeping bags, their pillows. We've got ceiling lights and extra blankets when it gets a little cold at night.
Well, that's the fanciest camping I've ever heard of.
Yes, absolutely. And look at the view. It's just absolutely beautiful out here and quiet and serene.
It really is. So how many different tents do you have here?
Well, we have 3 styles. We have a 2-man, a 4-man, and a 6-man tent.
Right over here.
Yes, and those accommodate the 6-man, actually have 3 little separate rooms. So it's quite a nice,
people
large
like
space.
To come out here and camp.
Absolutely they do.
So what's the deal here, ladies? You're camping out.
We are camping, luxury camping.
And yeah, it is luxury camping, isn't it? This isn't.
This is camping in style.
Yeah. Oh, look, she's got a little fan.
Hello.
Wow. So have you done this before? Have you been here to the festival?
Yes, it's the best time ever. Almost, it really is the best time ever. It is.
Now, the tent hotel and VIP lodging accommodates between 500 and 700 people, and it's pretty fancy. But there's another camping area at Coachella called General Camping that is home to over 15,000 happy campers, and includes everything from their own tents to the ever-popular shower truck. She's just had her shower in the shower truck, right?
Yes.
What was that like? I've never taken a shower in a shower truck before.
You know what? It doesn't matter. It was the best shower I've ever taken.
Yeah, you got to start off the day in this heat with a shower, don't you?
Most definitely, especially in this weather.
They're putting on the sunscreen and getting ready for the day. Where are you fellas from?
We're from Scotland.
Oh, no wonder you're putting on the sunscreen. You hadn't seen this much sun in your whole life.
This is factor 100.
You think it's going to protect you? That skin hadn't seen sun since you were born.
It's different levels of sort of pale, really. So it's
Yeah, you're already peeling, and it's 10:30 in the morning. Now, what brought you over here? What made you come all the way from Scotland?
I thought it was rainy here as well. But what's going on?
See, the Scots have a good sense of humor as well. Are you all from Scotland as well?
Wales.
From Wales,
Yeah.
and from
Chester in England.
From England. So this is a very ecumenical group. You all are from all over the world.
Yeah, I'm getting married next week as well.
Where are you from?
Yeah, Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
Tokyo. Tokyo.
New York.
New York. Okay, this is the big moment. It's 1:35. We're here on the main stage, and the first act on the main stage is now performing. There's a pretty good crowd there. This act is called VHS or Beta. So as far as the main stage is concerned, the festival is now officially underway. The music's loud, but that's okay. The little baby doesn't hear a thing because you all thought ahead and got little earphones for him to protect his ears.
Protection first.
So this is his first concert.
It is his first concert.
Do you think he can hear anything?
I think he still enjoys it a little inside.
You can feel the bass, man. You can feel the bass.
Feels the rhythm. Yeah, there he goes. He's into it. Yeah. Look at that. A little Coachella baby. Okay, here's here's the deal. It's still early in the day. The performances are going on up on the main stage. The crowds are building, and even though it's early afternoon, it's about a little over 100 degrees out there. But look at this. This is what they call a shade tent, and it's one of the most popular places at Coachella. You come in here, you can hear the music, and you're in the shade. It's only about 80 in here. What are you doing in there?
I wanted to see if it was any cooler under here. It actually is. It actually does create kind of a breeze.
So are you gonna stay in there, or are you gonna come out?
I'll be coming out in just a moment.
Come on out. What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Inez, and I'm from Culver City.
Oh, you're a local. So you knew it was going to be hot out here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We come every year with our kids.
Yeah, well, where are the kids?
They are out and about somewhere. They're 15 and 19, and it's kind of like our family shared experience that we do separately.
Is there a place where you meet at a certain time?
Yeah, actually, there's trees out in front, and so we always make sure that we meet by those trees at the end of the night, and that's kind of our plan.
Wow, well, have a nice day.
Thank you.
Good luck. I hope you find the kids.
Yeah,
they're having a good time.
And they're 15 and 19. They're pretty much self-sufficient, I think. So.
You know, there are lots of elements that go into a successful festival. For example, what about food? How do all the technicians, the staff members, the artists themselves get fed during this 3-day festival? Well, that's a story in itself. Smile, fellas. This is part of the show. This is part of the Coachella Festival.
Exactly.
You got 1,000 artists and staff members putting all of this together over a 3-day period, and they got to eat.
And they got to eat good. This is the best festival in the world, so I got to have the best food in the world.
So you literally, all of these people are staff and artists.
Yes.
You literally feed them for 3 days from your catering company based in LA.
Yes, and only in 3 hours each meal. So what I did is I put the exact same food on both sides so I could move a lot of people really quickly. Service with a smile and great food.
And these guys have been telling me, fellas, what were you just telling me, because I was eating lunch with you, that you look forward to this food every year?
Yeah, it's the best part of the show, as a matter of fact.
Well, don't say that. They're actually working.
I actually do hear that I eat better here than I do at home. I hear that a lot.
And how hard is it to do a concert, a festival like this in this heat?
Okay, that is a really good question because it is very demanding. I mean, the heat, the elements, the dust. I mean, you just got to be so careful and take all the necessary precautions to make sure that everything is on ice. And then if the ice melts, redo it. And things are in the refrigerator that need to be in the refrigerator. And then things that are protected from the dust. I mean, it's a really challenging situation.
Now, Coachella is famous for its music, but it's also called an arts festival, which from the very beginning has been a very important part of the overall experience. Now, you know, this is kind of a surprise. I knew this was the Coachella Music Festival. I wasn't really sure about the arts part of it, but from the very beginning, this has been a music and arts festival, hasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, we really feel the art is what signifies the difference between each year and each festival around the world. So each year we try to have it evolve as much as we can, and we can always tell what's different from each year to year by what we have.
All right, now is this new?
Well, this is brand new, and in fact, this was not even what was planned. It was like, you know, a collaboration between so many artists. It wasn't plan A, it wasn't plan B. It's like plan like Zeta Alpha /6.
Well, what is this?
Well, what happened is we had some problems with wind, but it just became this really amazing thing where they started to find these great things where we didn't want people to climb up, so they blocked the climbing, but they created art with it. So every problem that we had found a new solution.
Is this bamboo?
It's bamboo.
And is this a local thing?
The bamboo's from Bolivia, and actually the artist is a teacher from RISD, and he actually went down to Bolivia and harvested it himself, put it on a container ship, and had it come out here. He treated it so that it was good structurally, and then came out here and built it.
Now, I don't even know what to say about this. This is a huge piece of sculpture, and it looks to me like it's 2 trucks
Well, it is. It's 2 oil tankers that were disassembled and then re-welded together to be a sculpture.
And put up in the air.
And put up in the air.
Now, all art has a message. Does this have a message, or is this up to each individual person?
It's up to each individual person, but it's all about oil.
Oil. So when you look at that, you're supposed to think about oil.
Well, you're supposed to think about what you think about oil.
More music, more art. And this one really catches your eye, Phil. I'm not sure what it is, but it's gold and it's hanging and it's kind of moving in the breeze here.
Well, it's called the Copper Droopscape, and it's done by 2 artists from Los Angeles that went to SciArc and met there together, and they're architects. And it's basically copper mylar in a very artful display that creates shade by day.
Oh, wow, look
and
at
an art
this.
effect at night.
With the sun glimmering in this thing. It's called what?
The Copper Droopscape.
Look at this. Phil, what is this? It looks like a treehouse.
Well, it exactly is that. It's the steampunk treehouse.
And the what?
Steampunk treehouse.
Steampunk treehouse.
Correct.
Who gave it that name?
Well, it's actually kind of a style. It's a bunch of artists that really go after the kind of almost pre-turn of the century time frame where it's Jules Verne, kind of H.G. Wells.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the highest technology of like 1890s.
Now, has this been here before?
It's never been here before. It's some people I met a few years ago, and I've always wanted to have them out here because the style, as we get closer, you're going to see is just very well fashioned.
Yeah.
We're going to go up, and you're going to see this amazing amount of detail upstairs.
We can go up?
We can go up.
Wow, this is great. Look at this, though. The tree house. Oh, he's got the keys.
No. You have the key.
I have the key to the tree house.
You got to figure out which one it is. And you got to open the lock.
Let's go. Okay, we've drawn a crowd here. People are interested in this thing. I think this key goes in. We've unlocked the door. Oh my gosh. We've opened the door and we're going in the treehouse. Oh my gosh. Look where we just came up. That big, well, that's not a stairway. That looks like just some steps on the side of a pipe. But look where we are up here. This was worth the trip, Phil. Come over here. We're going to stand out on this little balcony. Boy, what a perfect view of the stage.
Well, we think so. We oriented this here for this reason, just because it really makes sense with the telescope.
So the telescope works.
Absolutely.
You can get a tight shot of what's going on the stage.
Yep.
Come on over here, Cameron. Look at this. Because you see the stage out here, and then look right over here. Here's another one of these huge art installations that we haven't even visited yet. Boy, this really gives you a vantage point. And then come on over here, Cameron. Look at this. This is another whole view out here of what's going on. This really gives you a perspective of Coachella. Does this open up?
Yes, it does. Let me show it. The detail all around here is amazing.
Oh,
look at that.
Ah. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Lots of little ones. And as you look around, there's always some new little.
Is this created by California artists?
Absolutely. It's a bunch of different artists from the Oakland area.
Wow, this is just wonderful. Look at this. Now this is the way to see the concert up here from on top of the treehouse. I could stay up here all day. Now this is interesting. The performance, one of the performances has just ended on the main stage, so now people move over to one of the other 4 stages on the festival grounds. But look over here. There's always something going on. Boy, this is colorful. Phil, let's walk in here. This kind of grabs your attention. Everybody wants to have their picture made right here.
Yeah.
Howdy, ladies. Another beautiful day in Coachella. And look at this. Look where we're going. Oh my gosh. When you walk in here, Phil, I don't know whether the camera even picks it up, but there's a whole nother energy level in here. What is this area called?
Well, you know, a lot of the art we try to have is a different environment, and this really takes it to the next level. This is a different environment. It's a whole different immersive art piece within the festival.
So this is not music, this is art. I mean, this is an art piece.
It starts as art and has multimedia qualities such as shade, water, music, performance, a lot.
Oh, look, there's water, there's mist coming out of here. So people like to stand under the mist and cool off. Look at this. And then over here, there's some kind of a performance going on. Look at this. What in the world is this?
This is Lucent Dossier, and they're a very creative vaudeville troupe that does lots of acts, plays, and it's all around water. If you notice, they're actually splashing in a shallow pool, and they're also shooting out water. They also have water cannons. They spray the crowd, and underneath is a huge tank that supplies.
It's a water installation.
Absolutely.
What's the deal on the water?
It's so refreshing.
Is that why you came over here?
Yes, it's so hot out there, so we come over here. We got our bathing suits on, ready to cool off a little bit.
Well, let's see you get wet. Come on. Let's go. There she goes. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Okay, let's get our bearings. This is a huge area here. There's the main stage over there. Then right over here is what they call the outdoor stage.
Theater.
Outdoor theater. Then right over here is the
Gobi tent.
And then we've got stages 4 and 5, Mojave and
Sahara.
Mojave and Sahara, named appropriately after deserts.
We like deserts out here. It is a desert after all.
And what's interesting about this place is that there's constant energy here of people moving from performance to performance to performance, from stage to stage to stage. So nobody stays put very long. When they get through at one venue, they move over here to another.
Well, you know, we really like experience and discovery. We want people to discover new bands and music. I mean, what kind of gift is that? That's the best gift.
Yeah.
To discover new music, new art. And we want people to come for all 3 days and check it out.
And when they're traveling from stage to stage, they're passing by and through all of this art. They're meeting new people. They're having conversations. They have anticipation to what they're going to hear in the next venue. So it's a constant energy.
There's so much things to do out here, completely. Like I think some people walk 10 miles when they come to this festival because they're checking things out. Sometimes they'll see a band that they love, but they'll watch half the set because there's a band they love over there.
2 guys from
Nottingham in England.
From England.
Nottingham in England, yeah.
Now, how do you describe something like this to your friends in England? It never gets this hot.
It's crazy hot. And hot, exciting, full of enthusiasm. Hot, really hot, but especially really hot.
And is it what you thought it would be?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we came last year as well to see Rage Against the Machine, so we got free tickets for this year.
Everybody's super friendly, it's really cool.
So you came here from England for this?
Festival, yeah.
Yeah, man. Why not? It's Coachella.
Look at this. We're standing outside the Mojave tent, and the group that's in there is so popular. Look at this. All these people are pouring out of the tent. The tent's not big enough to hold everybody.
It's like a new age Woodstock, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a music event that's second to none, especially when it comes to California. There's nothing better. All the top bands that are out right now, all the buzz is right here.
You're kind of a California guy. Look, the California Republic right here.
That's right.
Let's hear it for California and for Coachella. We're having a great time. Energy is everywhere. People are everywhere. Everybody's having a good time. Bill, you're one of the producers, the top people in this whole organization that's been putting this thing on for 9 years now. You've been with it the whole time. It didn't start off like this. It wasn't quite this big, was it?
No, it wasn't quite this big. We obviously had visions of it being something similar to this, but never had any idea that it would become this, for sure.
What was your early vision? Did you really know what this was going to turn into?
Not necessarily. The idea was to do something that wasn't your standard rock and roll concert or festival. Give people a destination. Give people more of an experience than just coming to see a band and leaving. We wanted to give them some art, which the art has expanded through the years. Every year we just try and outdo ourselves so that the experience that each of these people encounter is just new and different and the best thing ever.
It just keeps getting better every year, I think you said. And you know, the other thing I've noticed, there's a lot of positive energy here. Everybody's not only having a good time, but they're feeling good about themselves and each other and about being here. This is almost like a giant California celebration here.
This is about people having a really good time, and they really get to let their inhibitions go here, and it's kind of an escape. You're out here in the desert, you're really far away from your home, in a sense. You have to come out here, you have to find a hotel room, many people are camping, and you have to give up on everything else and just stick to what's going on out here.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute, because, you know, I think the heat is part of what Coachella is all about. Rather than it being a negative thing, it's really a very positive thing. It's part of what this experience is all about.
It's absolutely part of it. You know, there's I think we have a shirt at our merchandise that says something like "Heat waves and sound waves collide."
I'm hoping the cameras can pick up what it feels like being here, because your senses are bombarded everywhere you go. It's a treat for the eyes, for the ears. Hello, oh, hey, they're having a good time. They're having a good time.
Howser!
Hey!
Nice to meet you.
This place is out of control.
I watched this guy from PBS since I was a little kid.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has a good time here. Has Coachella, has the festival always felt this way? Because it has its own feel to it.
Well, you know, the festival primarily starts with the polo field. And the climate out here, the palm trees, the green grass, the mountains in the background, it's the openness, it's flat. There's not a lot of places that people go to a show where you have this big open expanse of land. Yeah. And I believe that that's the first part of the magic. You could have all this stuff here, but if it was in the parking lot at an arena,
or if it was dirt,
or gravel, I don't think it would have the same appeal.
Yeah.
And I think that the polo fields absolutely enhance what it is that's here.
We found the local from Indio.
Hello?
What do people in Indio think about this?
A lot of people don't know about it, but...
What do you mean? How could you live in Indio and not know about this?
I think it took 5 years for people to realize that it was happening.
But it's a good thing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Do you come every year?
I come every single year. I have not missed a show.
And
I got a baby right here, second baby. Our baby was here yesterday, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
this is a family thing. Is this your husband?
That's my husband
right there. Come on over here. Wow, this is great. We've met people from all over the world. You're the first people we've met from Indio.
Yeah, we're just down the street, you know? We're here every year. And
so you just live literally down the street?
Down the street.
Wow.
We're thinking about biking it next year.
I'm standing here with Tim Allen, who's kind of the ecology guy here, because this has a little bit of green tinge to it, doesn't it? What are you doing here, Tim?
Whole lot of green. We are collecting, or the fans are collecting 10 bottles. They bring 10 bottles to this tent.
Plastic bottles.
Plastic water bottles for the most part, some vitamin water, etc. They bring this to this. They get a free bottle of water in return. Then we take this many hundreds of thousands of bottles and we recycle them, and we are completing the circle.
Now this is exciting. We're on stage, and Bill, we're on stage 2.
Dwight Yoakam.
Okay, so one group's left. Dwight Yoakam is getting ready to come on.
Any minute now, so we gotta hurry.
You brought us here because you particularly like the view from this stage.
Yeah, right here we're getting blocked by a tent, but it really has a great view of the mountains and the whole festival, and
yeah,
it's one of the better scenes here. The sunset here is the best show ever.
Well, it's getting a little late in the afternoon. The sun is kind of sinking down in the west over here,
yep,
and there's a whole nother glow.
It brings a whole different life to what happens here at night.
Now wait a minute, Dwight Yoakam, is he part of this genre of music that's here at Coachella?
Well, we don't really have a specific genre at Coachella. We enjoy all types of music here. That's what makes it so great. There's, you know, so yeah, we invited Dwight to play, and he's actually going to be playing our country music festival next weekend as well.
Wow, this is amazing. All right, well, they're getting ready to start, so
get out of their way.
You know, we haven't yet been down in the crowd.
Well, let's go down
Can we
there.
go down in the crowd? And we've seen it from the stage looking out. Can we go down in the crowd and look up?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right, we're leaving the stage, and we're going to go out in the crowd as the sun sets in the west. Now, this is a part of the festival most people don't see. Where are we now, Bill?
Well, we're driving north on Empire Road, which is the perimeter road around the entire festival.
This is where behind-the-scenes road.
Yeah, this is where everybody gets around, and the production guys are able to get to the stages, where all the artists are, all of their guests, things like that.
This is amazing. Look over here. There's just, all of this is just packed with people and trucks and tents, and this really is like its own little city back here.
It sure is.
This is the utility road right here.
Absolutely. This is where it all happens back here. It makes it look good out front, and it doesn't look that good back here.
All right, now that's where we're going, to the stage right over there, to see if we can hear Dwight Yoakam. And you're trying to get us there.
Yeah, it's a little crowded. Figure out a good way to get you in there.
We got a traffic jam of golf carts here. Everybody trying to get somewhere. Here are the police over here. Look at this camera.
Yeah.
Howdy, fellas. They're keeping the peace. And look over here. Look at this. Look off to the side. There's our stage. Wow. This is absolutely amazing. Look at this. There's the big stage down there. Here's the water truck that keeps everything wetted down. And where are you taking us now?
Well, we're going to cut through the back of the catering right here.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a little crowded there. So we're going to go through the main stage. We're going to walk down there.
Wow, this is an adventure, just getting from one place to another. Here's the main stage right over here, Cameron. Look at all these carts. Look, coming at us. Ah! Wow, this could get kind of hairy just driving.
Yeah, no, it gets a little crazy out here with the golf carts.
Hold on, hold on. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Now we're behind the main stage. Look over here, Cameron. I'm telling you, this is a major production. He's opening up the gate, and here we go. Look at this. Look at this crowd of people here in front of look over here, Cameron. Here's the main stage right here. We're heading over here to the outdoor stage. Good grief. Look at all the people here. They're coming out of the woodwork. I think they're coming out of their tents now that it's cooling down. the sun's setting, the temperature is dropping, and there's a decided difference in the numbers of people here. Look at this. As far as you can see, over to the main stage. We found us a map here. Here's the tree house. Where's everything else? Here's the outdoor theater. Here's the main stage. We're going over to the outdoor theater right over here. Look, it's right down here. Stick with me, we're gonna make it. I hear the whites singing off in the distance.
You don't know me, but you don't like me. Take care, that's how I feel. How many of you sitting just me? Never walk the streets of Bakersfield.
Now here's a guy who's here specifically to see a specific band.
That's correct. I'm here to see Portishead. They haven't been on tour in a long time, so maybe it's been like 10 years. So this is the first time that they've actually been playing. So I'm here to see them.
See, I don't recognize a lot of these names. A lot of these are more kind of obscure, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a little bit of an underground group. They've been around for a long time, but they've only released 2 albums. But they're phenomenal music.
They're going to be on the main stage?
Yes.
So you're going to be right up in front?
Well, I'm going to try.
Waving your hands?
Well, it's really slow music, so it's maybe waving my hands, I don't know.
Now look at this. This is what Coachella is all about. Look, people just kind of gathered around, talking, visiting with each other, listening to the music off in the background. It's just a beautiful, beautiful feeling here. Everybody is mellow and kind of chilling out here, waiting for the particular group that they're here to listen to. It's all good. What a great day! And as the sun began to set over the desert mountains, it was time to get ready for a whole new and completely different experience. Nighttime at Coachella. Okay, night has fallen here in Coachella, and it takes on a whole nother feel. It looks different, it feels different. There's a different energy here.
Absolutely. When the night falls here, it gets a little bit cooler, obviously, and the art really comes alive.
We're standing in front of a piece that's called...
It's the Quad Cubitron. This is this artist's 3rd year here, and every year he makes this art piece way more dynamic and better.
Wow, it looks like it's like being programmed. It's computer programmed.
It's absolutely computer programmed. He runs half-hour shows, and as you can see, there's nobody around. There's just a little computer somewhere off to the side running it. And he kind of probably just stands back and looks at all the people looking at it and having a good time.
Now you see, I've walked by here a couple of times today and never even noticed this. It was daytime.
Well, during the day, it doesn't really come to life, obviously, and it just looked like a bunch of light bulbs, which kind of looked probably, wow, that's different. But when you get here at night, it's incredible, isn't it?
Now the whole place changes at night. You're right, the temperature drops, it's more comfortable, people are coming out, the crowds are growing, but this whole lighting situation is just amazing. I mean, it brings a whole nother dimension to Coachella.
Well, we think of our lighting as an additional art piece, and we take a lot of time and effort and planning into all of the light towers with the beams that go into the air. They're called synchro lights, and this is the first year that we've actually made a move. So they're now going all over the sky. They light up the venue. They will light up specific art pieces at certain times.
Yeah.
And it creates our site lighting as well. So the lights that you see that are down below, it makes it so it's not so dark for everybody.
Look at this.
Isn't that neat?
This is unbelievable. This is a great place just to sit.
Well, you see all the people around here, they're watching it as if it's a band or they're like at the movies or something.
Yeah.
People are having a good time here. It's like the drive-in.
Now this is what I've been waiting for. We're at the Sahara tent, and this is more than just music going on here tonight.
Well, yeah, that's right. There's a lot of dancing going on, and people have been in here all day long having a great time.
But it's a light show going on, too.
Absolutely. Wiley, who is the production manager for this tent, spends all year long figuring out how to make this the best experience ever for the dancers in there all day long and all night.
Yeah, this is like going to a dance club. This is like a whole nother experience going on in here from what's going on out on some of the other stages.
Absolutely. Once again, another reason why people love coming here for the different experiences, the different genres of music. They get to experience this. They can walk over and see somebody playing a guitar acoustic and then see 3 young ladies doing hip hop.
Now, is this known over the years as being the venue for dance and for electronic light shows and all of that sort of thing?
Absolutely. In fact, most people don't call it the Sahara, they call it the dance tent.
Okay, so here we are in the middle of all of this. Look at all this light, all of this music. And right over here in the middle of all this, there they are, sound asleep. In the middle of thousands of people going by on both sides. They're tuckered out. Here we go. We're going back inside the
Do Lab.
The Do Lab. Boy, this is my favorite. And look at this place at night. Wow. Oh my gosh. You got music going over here?
Yeah, it's like a whole other show here.
Wow, look at this, look at this. I hope the camera picks this up because it really has its own feel to it in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is, again, one of the things that makes Coachella a unique experience for people who come is that we just took about, I don't know, 100 steps and we walked into a completely different world. And we have no sense of what's going on around us except for this.
Yeah, it's like we're in a little cocoon here.
Yeah, you know, right now on the main stage, there's about 35,000 people watching Kraftwerk, a band from Germany. And we're in here in the Do Lab with probably about 1,000 or 1,500 people. And what's going on around us doesn't even matter.
Yeah. There's something here for everybody.
Absolutely.
And there are about 20 different worlds, 20 different environments you can be in.
You can talk to 100 people after this show. Not one of them will tell you the same experience. Not one of them have the exact same story. Maybe some of them saw MIA, maybe some went to the Do Lab, maybe some went to Kraftwerk, but nobody did the exact same thing. Everybody has a different tale to tell.
So you're dancing all night?
What?
You're gonna dance all night?
Yeah, I've been dancing all day already, you know, I'm starting to get like, long legs. It's the best place ever.
I've seen it probably about 40 different bands. Any type of music you can imagine. Any type of music.
Yeah.
From rap music to rock music to country music, everything is here. Every type of music.
Coachella is definitely filled with energy and beauty at night. And to complete my Coachella experience, I climbed back up into the metal treehouse for a panoramic view of the festival site. And it was from here I watched Prince in concert on the main stage. A perfect ending for a perfect day.
It really is a different environment that you'll have nothing like it ever again.
Well, your t-shirt says it all. Let's take a look at it. Make music, not enemies. That's what Coachella here in Southern California is all about. Well, it's one thing to be in the middle of a crowd of 60,000 people in front of the main stage at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. It's another to be here when the festival is not going on. And that's what we're doing right now. That's where we are right now. Look at this. It's empty. Well, it's not really empty. There's a horse and somebody practicing polo over there, Robert.
Yes, there is, Huell.
Tell everybody where we are.
We are at the Empire Polo Club in Indio, California.
Okay, now this polo club is where it all happens, right here. That's where the main stage would be, right there. That's where the secondary stage would be, right over there. Yes. Right, I'm trying to get my bearings here. Right here is probably where that big treehouse sculpture would have been. And then right over here would have been the other 2 or 3 tents and all those people. This whole area was just teeming with people.
Yes, 60,000 people per day.
It's hard to believe it. Yeah. But this is where it takes place. I know there's another polo club, El Dorado, that takes care of some of the parking and some of the other facilities are over there.
Yes.
But right here at Empire, this is where it all happens. I got a lot of questions to ask you. Look at this. I like this. Boy, this really sets the stage because you have polo here.
Yes, this is one of the things we do the other 51 weeks, as you mentioned.
Boy, this is spectacular. Look over here with the snow on the mountains and the palm trees. You got lots of palm trees here.
Yes, we do. 75 varieties.
75 varieties of palm trees. And how big is this polo club?
We have, all told in our holdings here, approximately 225 acres.
Wow, and a lot of it is just right here. Let's take one more look. I love coming here because this is like, look at this. Remember back, it hasn't been that long ago, you saw all the footage we took here with all of these people here. Yes. It's almost otherworldly to be here when it's like this, but this is the way it is most of the time.
Yes, it is, and not a lot of people get to see it like this because...
Yeah, it's a private facility.
Yes.
You can't just drive up and come in here.
Correct.
Okay, our Empire Polo Club tour continues, and now, Robert, we have moved over here to this whole little tent facility. Now, we've already mentioned that this is a private facility. It's not open to the public, but it is available for members of the public to rent and to use.
Yes, and also corporate groups, it is.
Corporate groups. How does that work?
Well, a corporate group will typically come to the Coachella Valley on a convention or an incentive trip and stay usually 3 nights, and they have their meetings during the day. We can have meetings here, but sometimes it's at their hotel, and then they need to entertain these people in the evenings. So we're their place.
And so what do? Have cocktails and dinner out here under these tents?
Yes.
And look at what they're looking at out here. Now, do they come here during the day to watch polo, or what goes on?
They can come during the day and watch polo, but typically we'll put on a private exhibition match just for their group. And we'll get them involved in it. We'll have them choose sides and divide the group down the middle, and this side cheer for the red team, this side cheer for the white team.
So they sit up here and watch polo.
We do.
Here.
We set up chairs right on this terrace.
Which is very unusual to come to the valley, to come to the desert, in the Coachella Valley, and be able to sit and look out at this huge green area here and watch polo.
Yes. We like to call it a unique activity.
It just keeps getting better. It just keeps getting more beautiful. Now we've come not that far. There they are playing polo right over there. But look at this, and this is totally unexpected and actually one of the most beautiful little, what do you call it, a lake?
Yes, it's known as Huell Lake.
Huell Lake.
Yes, named after the date, the king of dates.
Wow, look at this setting right here, and if you think this is beautiful, look at this. This is just spectacular. Now, what happens over here, Robert? I bet you, let me guess, people get married over here.
Yes, they do. They do right here lakeside. It's one of our most popular spots for weddings.
Okay, so you have weddings here, and what else goes on over here?
We do corporate events here, and the groups will come in and maybe have their reception right here, and then they'll walk over these bridges and go out and watch their own private polo match.
Now, what's the deal on the bridges? There's got to be some history behind that bridge.
There is. There's a little story behind them. There's actually 2 bridges, and they are patterned after Monet's Home and Gardens. Our owner is a fan of Monet's work, and these are his impressions of an impressionist painting.
And look at these palm trees, the whole setting, this whole thing. Let's just take one more look over here, because this whole thing, look at the reflection in the water. The whole thing here is just so spectacular. And of course, you know, once again, right over there, just a few feet away, is where there were 180,000 people over a 3-day period of time. Yes. All that energy right over there, and all this peace and tranquility right here by, again, the name of the lake?
Huell.
Huell Lake, named after the dates.
The king of dates, yes.
And you know what? I bet there used to be dates growing right here, didn't there?
Yes, there definitely were before we developed the property into an event facility.
So this was either raw desert or date farms, date groves, before the polo got here.
Yes, and we still produce dates. With 6,000 trees, you bet we do.
Okay, you are pulling out all the stops. We're getting to our final destination, Robert, being pulled by these 2 beautiful horses. What's the story here?
These are Percherons, and they originated in France, the breed, and this pair actually came from the Pennsylvania Amish country.
What are they doing here?
This is part of our offering here. We have this beautiful wagon and our wagon masters here, and we give our corporate guests rides around the property.
So this is part of the package deal.
Yes, it's an option.
I'm going to save up my money and have a party here.
Please do. You're welcome to.
Look at this. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this.
Isn't this something?
And again, totally unexpected. It smells good, and there's a reason it smells good. We got roses, and not just a few roses. How many roses you got here, Robert?
8,000.
Why am I not surprised? You know, this fits in perfectly with the scale, the size and the scale and the beauty of everything else we have seen here today. This beautiful place, the Empire Polo Club. Technically, are you in Indio?
Yes, you are, Indio, California.
Boy, you know what? I loved the energy of the festival when I was here with the, you know, hundreds of thousands of people. I also love the beauty and the quiet energy of this place when the festival is not going on the other 51 weeks out of the year.
Yes, so do we.
Well, thank you very much. This place it's private, so don't come out here expecting to get in, but if you want to get married or have a party or a corporate event, this place is here and available for you to take advantage of. Thank you very much. This is absolutely beautiful, and this is the dream. We should mention the family here.
Yes, it's the Hagen family that owns the property.
And they do more than just own it. Their heart and soul is in this property.
It's definitely a passion.
Well, it's part of the passion of the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival as well. It all fits together. It's beautiful out here when the festival is going on with all the energy and all the people and all the sounds and the sights of the people of the festival. But look at it here. It's beautiful here too. When it's just here in the afternoon sun out in the middle of the desert, this beautiful place that is very much a part of California's gold. Well, hello everybody, I'm Huell Howser, and I sure hope you enjoyed our day-long adventure at the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival in Indio, right in the middle of our California desert. Not only is it a lot of fun, but it's become a real California tradition as well. And it's definitely a fine example of California's gold. Now, if you'd like to go on this adventure again or share it with family or friends, it's available on DVD. All you have to do is call 1-800-266-5727, and we'll be glad to send it to you right away.